Hi guys, today we're going to talk about what we can do as an individual to become more aware of the world and better global citizens. This is a fairly interesting topic as people from different countries unite together as a whole family, regardless of one's nationality, race, and religious belief. How can we really make this idea into practice? We still have a long way to go. So, what does global citizenship mean? It seems like a really abstract topic. Some of us might think it's a big deal, but first of all, we should know the basic knowledge of what's going on around the world. Where is China on the map? You must have an idea of that, but where is the tiny little African country, Eritrea, located at? It's actually over here, somewhere over here. That is tolerable, but up next there is a video of why we should take global citizenship seriously.
World, but the reality couldn't be further from the truth, as I discovered on the streets here, asking US locals about the very world their country runs. Name a country that begins with U.
Yugoslavia?
With you, Utah.
A country that starts with a U. Utopia.
Who's in the coalition of the willing?
No freaking idea.
Afghanistan, Kuwait,
Iraq, Pakistan, you know,
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
What's the religion of Israel?
Israeli.
Muslim. Islamic. Catholic, probably.
What religion are Buddhist monks?
Buddhist monks.
Buddhist not.
Islamic, I don't know.
Who won the Vietnam War?
We did.
And who was,
Wait, were we even in the Vietnam War? Okay, good.
who was Fidel Castro?
A singer.
How many sides does a triangle have?
Damn, 4.
There's no sides. 1.
What is the currency used in the United Kingdom?
What's the currency in the United Kingdom?
What is it in the United Kingdom? I don't know.
Possibly American money.
Queen Elizabeth's money? That's all I know.
Name a country that begins with U.
A country?
Yeah. What about this one?
What?
The United States of America. In terms of the war on terror, who do you think should be the next country to invade?
Saudi Arabia.
Somebody in the Middle East.
We'll make a big glass crater out of the fucking Middle East, for all I care.
I'm thinking Italy.
Italy.
Cuba.
Cuba.
Yeah.
Iran.
Iran. Why is that?
I think there's a revolution going on pretty soon.
Russia, China,
India and Pakistan.
Indonesia, Brazil.
Korea.
Korea.
Sure.
Yeah. Why do you say that?
They're trouble.
They're trouble. Yep. Okay. What's trouble about them?
Their attitude.
Canada.
Sri Lanka. Right here. Never heard of it.
Iran.
Iran. Okay. All right. Do you want to put a number 1 in Iran there?
South. Where are we?
Yeah. I'm thinking then.
Okay.
North Korea.
North Korea. Why do you think North Korea?
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Yeah.
Probably France.
France.
Oh, because of
Okay.
they want our
All right.
allies.
You want to put number 2 on France? Why would you say France? Yeah.
I don't know, just there seemed to be some friction between France and the United States.
Where do you think the best place to invade Iran would be from? Think it'd be from the north or the south or the east or the west?
I think it's to the east.
West.
You know, and it's amazing because I just realized just now that North Korea is a lot larger than South Korea. I didn't know it was that large like that.
After watching that video, it is clear that America could use more education in the world. Education has always been a big part of everyone's lives here at TCU, but some other people around the world haven't been as fortunate to get an education such as we have. If the 1.3 million dropouts from the class of 2010 had graduated, the nation would have seen $337 billion more in earnings over the course of the students' lifetimes. This is a lot of lost money that could be going to further educate young children. As global citizens, we should make an effort to make sure that not only we get our own individual education, but that children start getting a good education in grade school. For example, a 3rd grade student who reads at the appropriate reading level compared to a 3rd grade student who does not is 4 times more likely to graduate by age 19. As global citizens, we need to be aware that education should start at young ages, and it is our duty to society to make sure schools are withholding their education standards. As global citizens, we need to be fully aware of not just things we learn in school, but things that are going on in the world around us, even if it just means reading a newspaper or watching the news in the morning. We need to know how to earn money and get a job for simple necessities that everyone needs to survive in life, such as food and shelter. A global citizen with a good job will have knowledge or some form of education. DoSomething.org says in the workplace, 85% of current jobs and 90% of new jobs require some college. There is competition to get a job today, and someone with more education will more likely get hired over someone who only went to high school. Education gives us an understanding of how we see the world. There's so much more we can learn every day to become better global citizens. It is also important to know the history of the world. We should know what happened, when and where, and know what shaped our world today. History is important because we can study and learn from our past mistakes so we don't repeat them again. But it is also important because it gives us a broader view on the world. Education makes us think and question things that happen. And although we should study the past and have a good understanding of it, education could also be the key to the future of everyone becoming a good global citizen. In the growing global marketplace, students will need to excel in both math and science to compete internationally as engineers, scientists, physicians, and creative entrepreneurs. StudentFirst.org reports in a 2012 analysis of student performance on the Program for International Student Assessment that the U.S. placed 27th out of 34 countries in math performance and 20th in science performance. As a global citizen, we need to step up and educate ourselves individually, but also as a country as a whole. If society is more educated in the future, it could help the economy in so many positive ways. Learning opens up our minds to endless opportunities. One way we can open up our mind to new possibilities is to travel. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
So a noun is a person, place, or thing. A verb is an action word. Max, something to share with the class? Come on. Shh. Thank you. How tired I am of this unbearable distance between us. How I long for the toll of the recess bell. Have you forgotten me? Grown mindless of me? Tell me I am not riding into an abyss, or that is what will become of my heart.
Help provide books to schools in dire need. Support the Indigo Love of Reading Fund.
Hi, I'm going to be talking about why traveling makes you a better global citizen. I believe that an important part of becoming a more aware and global citizen is to expand your definition of community. One way of doing this is to travel and experience the world outside of the realms you know or are used to. If you never broaden your horizons, most likely you're going to be concerned only with those things that affect you. By ingesting new cultures across the world, you get a sense of self and your position in regards to the rest of Earth's civilizations. You will learn that what you do, where you live, can influence other people in different places. Traveling is also essential in numerous other ways. Not only is it important for self-development, but it can also enlighten you about what other countries are going through. This makes us consider ways in which we can help. When traveling, you should contemplate making an impact wherever you go. Whether it's helping the environment or supporting a cause, getting involved in humanitarian efforts abroad can make an enormous difference. I believe that doing these things will make us better global citizens. Travel can also help us eliminate false stereotypes given about people and their environments. It educates us about places in history. At home, you might hear things about certain places and believe them to be true, but when traveling, you can make this decision for yourself and put many of these hurtful sayings to rest. Your perspective also changes when traveling and can connect you to society around you and help you understand where you stand relative to the rest of the globe. Believing that you're at the center of the universe is not the case, and although you may be a great citizen at home, it's not till you truly realize that other countries are just as important as your own that you can become a global citizen. Traveling opens your eyes to diversity and creates unforgettable experiences. These experiences will aid you in decisions and help you see in a new way. It expands our awareness and can teach us how to make a difference in the world. When abroad, you meet new people and have a chance to create more global citizens influencing the planet further. It generates opportunities and shows you new ways of living life. Traveling gives us the opportunity to disconnect from our regular life, creating a chance for us to really pay attention and care about more than ourselves and where we are from. By making yourself aware of communities outside of your own, it connects us to other cultures and people, making us better global citizens. As said by St. Augustine, the world is a book, and those who do not travel read only a page. Here's a video that reiterates what I just talked about.
The first thing that I would share is my belief that you cannot really know the place that you are from until you've gone to visit another country. If you've not been fortunate to travel to different countries, then this may sound a little bit strange, but hopefully my justification can make things a little bit clearer. And the reason why I think this is because I think that we all take things for granted, especially those things in our immediate environment. And I think by going to somewhere new, going to a new place, means that you then obtain a point of reference that you can then use for comparison. You could to become better acquainted with the advantages and disadvantages of the place that you live. An example in my case would be London transport. Londoners often criticize London transport to be too slow or too busy or unreliable, inefficient. These are all words that you will hear Londoners use to describe the transport system. And I used to hold this opinion too. And some of it is true, but having the opportunity to visit different places has made me realize how efficient London transport is, and we probably have one of the best transport systems in the world. And that's just one example of how going to somewhere new can help you better understand the place that you're living. And the next thing that I would say is letting go of preconceived ideas, preconceived notions. This is something that I think that we all do, which is to form beliefs based on things that we have heard and things that we have not experienced. And I think that's the wrong way to go about forming beliefs. And the reason why I say wrong way is because you can never be too sure if somebody else's opinion is going to be the same as yours if you were in the same situation. I like to think as forming your experience, your opinions from experience, to be forming your opinions based on reality, not just on hearsay. Anytime I try my best to form my opinions based on what I have seen with my own eyes, touched with my own hands, heard with my own ears, or just experienced as a whole. Of course, this is not something that's always possible, simply because we have to get some of our information from other places and other people, because we just can't do everything or experience everything. But it's always good to go and get things from the horse's mouth whenever you can. And I think this is something that traveling is really, really good for understanding different cultures and different people, because everybody has an opinion, everybody has an idea, but travel means that you can go and get those opinions by yourself, make up your own mind. How great is it to use your own mind?
There's a light, a certain kind of light that never shone on me. I want my life to be what God doesn't do. If I ain't got you, baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody the way I love you.
Thank you for joining me, George. today I want to talk about something that's very, very important, not just to me personally, but I believe, to the international community. I have a firm belief that for you to really understand what it means to be, or what it takes to be a global citizen, you should be able to have comparison between your country of host and another country. And I do understand you're from China, right?
Yeah.
But today, I believe the searchlight in particular is not on China. I think if we should look at what's happening in Syria,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
What's your take on this, George?
Cool. I think Syria has been in warfare for like a long time, and the U.S. government and the European governments, they are just trying to get involved in it, and the result doesn't turn out to be really good because it's just getting more chaotic. Like the ISIS, they're just doing the evil stuff, and the people all become refugees, and they were swarming into the European countries. So that there's a huge problem over there. So, what's your opinion of it?
It's really not an opinion that I have, but it's a factual statement. Just the other day in the news, I did see where one of the members of the British Parliament was talking about the fact that the United Kingdom has to house at least 10,000 Syrian refugees, and I think this is really, 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 really terrible for Syrians. I mean, it's devastating. It's not anything. Anybody should hope or wish for, because part of being a better global citizen is understanding what is going on in other parts of the world, and most importantly, knowing for a fact that what you do in the United States, in Mexico, in Syria, in the Great Britain, France, Italy, name it, anywhere in the world, Nigeria, China, does affect people from other countries. Do you share this belief? Do you share this opinion?
Yeah, I think, for the Syria issue, it's pretty sad though, because like we unite as a whole family all over the world, and when I've seen a photo of a Syrian kid died on the high sea and his body got stranded on the beach, it's just so hurtful to think of those things. But on the other hand, what's going on in Syria is the ISIS, they're just trying to fight against the U.S. allies, and they're doing bad things. And yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for joining me, George. I do hope you understand that this particular topic or debate is not about political right or wrong, but it's all about trying to better ourselves as global citizens. We are not here in any way, manner, or form to say Syria is right, the United States is right, or any other allies of both countries are right. We are just all we're trying to say is, for us to be better global citizens, we must be able to understand and put ourselves in the shoes of those in other countries. Thank you very much.
Take me with you. I am floating through space unknown. Take
4 years ago, Faith and Jacob had traveled to South Africa in search of greener pasture. They had thought the grass on the other side was greener. So they embarked on this journey. Though without children, on arriving into South Africa, they went back to school, got proper training and education, and went on to establish themselves as a career process. Last year, an attack broke out in South Africa where the locals were killing several thousands of immigrants from other African countries. Let's take a minute to think about what has happened. These are ways we, as people, can better ourselves as global citizens. Educating ourselves about what's happening around the world and understanding for a fact that that ugly and ungodly incident that happened in South Africa last year affected millions of people across Africa and in the globe. It is quite unfortunate what had happened, but what had happened has happened. It's time for us to move forward. And part of moving forward is understanding the fact that we need not to tolerate each other, but we need to love and understand each other. Segregation, discrimination, race has divided us. But now, it's time for us to be better global citizens. It's time for us to come together as one and understand that regardless of the race and gender, we are all humans. Science has proven that. So why are humans lacking behind? Could it be for selfish reasons? These and many more are ways, these and many more are avenues we do not understand, and we would explore them if only we can invest truly into another person. We should understand that this is not about political debates. This is not about who is right or who is wrong. This is also not about who owns a country or who does not. This is about being a better global citizen. This is about understanding that what happened in South Africa did not just affect South Africans, but affected people from other parts of the world. This is understanding that we, as people, should invest ourselves into become better global citizens. There is nothing more better than becoming a better global citizen than being one yourself. So I enjoin you to please participate. Thank you. Why you should take global citizen serious.
Up next, there is a video of why.
Up next is a video.
Up next is a video. Okay. Up next is a video
of why you should take global citizen.
We should take global citizenship. You?
We should take global citizenship.
We should take global citizenship seriously.
Yeah.
Up next is a video of why we should take global citizenship seriously.
Good.
Or just tuck it in.
Let me teach you the Beckham style. Hold on. Tuck in the back.
Tuck in the back?
Yeah. No, don't tuck in the front. Okay. Just tuck in the back. Because if you tuck in the front, it's going to show that you're having a tracksuit on. Okay. So now you're going to do something like this.
You need to hold that.
Now it looks weird. You need to tuck the front.
I'm wearing a split spot. Damn it. Because I don't have any
But roll it over a little bit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Give yourself some
room.
room.
I understand. Now, okay, just tuck it in. Tuck it in all the way.
Tuck it in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tuck it in all the way. And now.
No, wait. That looks good. You can't tell any detail.
That looks good?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
It looks
in search of greener pasture. They are taught the grass on the other. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my.
Sorry, it's good bloopers.
Look at his tongue.
That's the blueprint.
Yeah. Okay. Tighten it all the way up.
Okay, tight all the way up.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, and center it.
Center it. Okay. Cool.
So
now turn.
Okay, and basically I just.
No, don't turn it. Turn your whole body around.
I'm sorry, you too.
Do you have that? Do you have that down?